Hey, y'all.
Hey.
Hello.
Y'all know what it is. It's a special edition. TP Square Show, Feel Good Show,
Feel good show.
DJ Hot Sauce Show. We all in the building together today. Get it on, man. We about to get it on. We got some special guests in here today.
Yes.
We got the most interesting DJ, DJ Rod. We got DJ Hot Sauce.
Yes.
We got the very most important person in the room. We got DJ Hot Sauce's mother in here. She's gonna tell us all the good things. DJ Hot Sauce. You know, we got her in the building. You know, I'm gonna take the camera off me and Rod, and I'm gonna put the camera off there. There we go. There we go.
There we go.
What you know about that? And here's a close up. Here come the close up. Bam.
That's the close up.
Bam.
We on?
There it is.
Okay.
That's Hot Sauce and his mother.
That's right.
Right there.
That's right.
There you go.
Oh man, thanks for coming through, Ma. I really appreciate it. You know.
A while to get up and there to get here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. Really appreciate it. I'm sure they have a couple questions, a lot of questions. I get started, and became who I am today. Because I really appreciate that.
Well, first things first. But we want to know, how was he as a little kid? We're gonna take it way back. We're gonna go way back. See, we need the backstory before he got to the DJ stage.
Okay, all right.
He was really a sweet kid. I didn't have no problems out of him.
No problems?
No problem.
No?
He was a good kid growing up.
Yeah?
He really was.
Okay. Well, he wasn't killing squirrels and nothing like that?
No.
Yeah, we just check it, you know?
No, man.
Very funny, playful.
Oh, yeah? No elevator surfing? None of that? Okay, good. Okay. All right, so everything is starting to line up then. It lines up then. Okay. All right. Because I know he knows some of them same characters up there in the Bronx, you know. So when you know all them people, so you have to figure out how it all lines up, you know. Go ahead, bro. Chime on in, man. Don't just sit back and relax.
Yeah.
Hey, look, I'm in shock, man. It's just like an amazing.
I can't hear you, man.
You can't hear me?
You can't hear you. Hold on, Rod. Hold on.
All right.
There you go.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, I'm lit, man. I got the green light going on over here, man.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, I'm so amped off right now to see Hot Sauce Mom's live in the flesh.
Yeah.
Mom, are you gonna? I just gotta ask a question. Are you gonna ride with your son, or are you gonna give us the real tea? Because we want the backstory. We want to know, all the good stuff.
Yeah. Well,
Before he became DJ Hot Sauce, when he was just a regular guy down the block. That's what we want to know. Those stories.
Well, he's always been a music lover. Before he came out into the world, he was a music lover because I used to love music and dance.
There it is.
Wow.
So I think he was dancing inside.
There it
Because
is.
he kept on moving around. Every time I would play music, he'd start moving around.
There it is.
So
That explains a lot, man, because him and I have had the opportunity to do a couple of events together.
Absolutely.
And every time, I don't care what kind of music we playing, whatever, it ends up back on a party stuff. I'm like, we could be playing slow records, and we end up back in the party mode dancing. So now I know where you got it from. You got it honestly, bro.
I don't even know how it ends up that way. I swear, bro, you know that. I don't, man. I don't.
Next thing I know, we scratching up slow jams and break beats and stuff.
I'm scratching up all my records.
That's what I'm talking. Tell us about it.
Yeah.
The jigger, yeah.
When he was big enough to sit up, he would be rocking on the chair when I'm playing my music.
There you go.
3 years old. Mommy, can I play the music for you? Can I play your record? I said, no,
I didn't
you
even
can't
know
play
that.
no records. Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
So 4 years old, he still, can I play the music for you? So we used to have company. He would always want to play the music for us.
Mhm.
So I let him try to see how he was going to do, and he knew how to work the record player. So I bought him a little suitcase box, made like a little, one of those little box record players, for children, for a kid.
The Fisher Price.
No, no, it wasn't that. It was a real little record
It was a
player.
record
but
player
Oh.
suitcase.
Okay.
It
And
was a real one.
he used to play the records on his. And one day I seen him scratching. I'm like, boy, if you don't stop scratching up my record. And every time he was scratch, and when I noticed all my records were scratched out, because he used to go, I was like, what is this boy? He knew what he was doing, but I didn't know what he was doing.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I was just doing.
So
I don't even know where he came
When he
from.
became a teenager, him and the boys got together. They was up in the room playing music and calling themselves DJing and whatnot. I didn't know
Shout out to Terrell. Terrell was a part of that too. Monty.
Yeah.
They was all part of that. Growing up in Soundview. Shout out to Soundview Stand Up. You know.
Yeah.
I think.
Hey, I got a couple of questions, man. And first of all, I gotta say salute to the moms. I want my mom to meet your moms one day. My mom is still alive, and she's still got her wits about her. Thank goodness. But there's a few songs that if she never hear them again in life, she won't care. And one of them is "Love Is the Message" because I used to just practice on that all day. If she never hear "Love Is the Message" again in life, she good. What's your record? What's your record you don't want to hear no more, Ma? I know it was something he kept playing all the time.
I can't even remember.
He liked them all.
Oh, he like them all.
I was just playing them.
He liked them all. He was just playing. But then he started picking up all the records I used to play when he got big. I noticed. I said, "Oh, he really do like this music." And now,
but Ma, if I did that, I remember at one point when you was playing music, I used to hate it. I used to say, "Why are you playing this music?"
certain records. I don't remember.
I guess if it didn't move me.
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
I think it was certain records. It was not all the records. Because you used to move, bounce on the chair, with a lot of music.
if he liked the beat, right?
Yeah, he liked the beat. He would go on with the beat. Just bouncing, bumping. I say, Lord have mercy. He used to rock himself to sleep, bumping back and forth. Rock himself to sleep with the music.
Yeah, how about that?
I was it was knocked out.
And then I think when you worked at Corvettes, I think I asked you to bring some records home. And you started buying records from Corvettes and bring them home.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, Corvettes, man. You took it way back. Now, hold up. Corvettes became TSS after that.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember.
She was at the Corvette on the Bruckner, White Plains Road, Story Avenue.
Mm-hmm.
She was over there.
Yep. I remember. I remember.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Wow, man.
So, Mom, we want you to know, you have an amazing son. One of the integral parts of the team here at Gynesis Radio. Like, we so super proud of him. And I want to tell you a short story of how we met. I don't know if he told you this story, but I'm gonna share it with the world. One night we were leaving the radio station about 2-3 in the morning, and we said, you know what, we're gonna stop at the Wawa and get something to eat. Right? So I see this guy walking around the store with a DJ Hot Sauce hat. So I said, I would just bother him, right? So I said, so you a DJ, huh? He said, "Yeah, I'm a DJ." I said, "You ain't no real DJ. We just like playing around." He's like, "No, for real. I got my turntables in the back of my truck right now." And like next thing I know, we in the parking lot, and he met my partner from the Bronx. And once they had that little Bronx conversation, everything kind of loosened up. He knew that we were friendly, and we had some mutual friends and stuff. So we invited him to come to the station after that. So he didn't come initially. It took him a couple of months to make it around the corner. But once he made it around the corner, he said, "I'm home," and he been with us ever since. So that's just a short story. I'm gonna leave out some details because just because he's my man, But that's the short story how we met.
Well, I'm gonna add to that. Now, part of that story, Mom. I didn't go to the first station. When we met at the Wawa, the station was actually around the corner.
No.
Right. And I was just coming from at Fernwood with Sean Harvey that he met at the house. And doing comedy shows and after parties. So I went there to get something to eat at the Wawa. And that's how we all met. So they invited me to the station. But you know how they say timing is everything.
Right.
And that's your grandson calling.
That's cool.
Yeah. And I never had a chance to get there. So one day Sean Harvey asked me to DJ on his show, which was actually here.
Oh.
Then I met back up with them. So they said, "Wait a minute. You the one that we met at Wawa," So we started kicking it. So it was I guess that's when the timing was right for me to come here at Genesis at that time. So Sean no longer had a show here, so he stopped. But I didn't move with Sean. I stayed. I stayed here with them because I felt comfortable, and they made me feel comfortable.
Right.
And I just stayed, and I made my own lane from there. And I thank these guys for even having me, bringing me along. Because of them, I got bigger of who I am today because of them. So thank you guys so much for that, TP.
I thank you all too for having
Thank you
us.
so much.
And what's ironic is, for me to add to that, I had already knew Hot Sauce.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, because Rudd and them met him at the Wawa. I had already met him through Sean Harvey.
Right.
And I used to go to the comedy shows with them, but we never talked about the radio stuff.
Right.
Yeah. Because, I knew him and Swift and all them around the music scene, but I had already had my background with music and all that stuff, but I wasn't a DJ.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I just went for the entertainment, So we never really talked about the music, the DJing and stuff like that. So we had our own relationship, it was just like, "Hey, what's up, man?" They're the local DJs. And if I need, in fact, when I had my pool party, Swift was one of the DJs that came and DJed, and Source was one of the DJs. So if I ever needed a local DJ, those are the guys I was gonna use.
Right.
You know what I mean? So and we were cool. So by the time they told me they had ran into him at the Wawa, I said, "Oh, I know Source. I know who that is." Then Sean came over here. He was doing a show over here with us. Source came through. Rudd was here. Man, we good. You know what I mean?
And it just went on from there.
It just went from there. Like you said, timing is everything.
That's
And
great.
when sun, moon, and stars line up, everything line up.
Yeah.
Let's just go.
And that's right.
We just went with it.
Hey, and TP, if I could ask, Ma, I gotta ask you a favor, Ma. Before I even ask, I just want you to say yes. I got you, Rudd. Just say, "I got you." Just trust me on this. Trust me on this. Just say, "I got you, Rudd." That's all I want to hear. All right. He got this speaker. I want him to get rid of it because he takes it to parties and it's so powerful. It shuts the whole building down. And he won't get rid of this speaker.
I believe you, because when he used to play it in the apartment, had the bumping and jumping. Oh, he used to drive me crazy. It had all the walls jumping. And I said, "Lord have mercy. What am I going to do with him?"
Used to
Every
rattle
time
on the wall.
I would always tell him, Tony, turn that down, turn it down. He'd touch it. He wouldn't turn it down, he would go there and touch it.
He'd tap it, right?
Yeah.
Like he turned it down, right?
He makes me so mad. I go in the room and then I'll turn it down. And he, Mommy, that's too low. That's too low. I said, well, I told you to turn it down. Before I can get out the room, he done turn it up again.
Uh-huh.
Sometimes I used to have to go outside for a little while because my head jumping.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Giving you a headache, right?
Yeah.
Well, we had a wedding reception and the power kept cutting off and we don't know why the power's cutting off. And I was like, you know what? Just unplug that speaker and see what happens. He said, nah, that can't be that. He unplugged that speaker.
He said, nah, trust me on this. He said
They had to put that speaker on a separate like generator running by like fuel. It was too much for the guy's house. I was like, wow, this thing is too powerful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah,
but I know one thing, if that's the same speaker, he sure had.
Oh yeah, yeah, he had it forever today.
You put the microwave and the iron on at the same time, it's just gonna trip the circuit. You know, he be tripping circuits, man. This guy here.
That's right.
Oh man.
Nah, but incredible talent. Hey, I gotta ask your mom another question. Mom, where you originally from? Where were you born and raised?
I was raised in Brooklyn.
Oh, you from New York? Okay.
I was born in South Carolina.
I thought something. You have that hospitality. You sound like you got a southern hospitality there.
My mom came to Brooklyn.
Okay.
I was 8 years old when my mom brought us to Brooklyn, and I was raised up in Brooklyn and moved to the Bronx at 25.
Okay.
I raised my children in the Bronx.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
I lived in the Bronx for maybe 2 years before they ran me out of there. But, you know, it was great while it lasted. You know, I was up by the Wakefield's part of the Bronx, like all the way up, like 230 something street, that.
Yeah. I know the area.
Yeah, but our source.
Yes.
You my guy. I love you, brother. Man, we bros to the end.
Oh,
and it's always a pleasure playing with you guys, man. TP, he's being nice. He's putting on his best behavior because mom is in the building. Because normally he have a lot of jokes. He be cutting up. He kind of being quiet today. What's wrong, TP?
Hey, look, man. Listen. I got Soundview stories. I got stories. You know, listen. I'm playing nice in the schoolyard. You know what I mean?
Oh man,
you know,
yeah, we good, man. You know,
look,
you had a lot of questions.
Hey, look, I want to know how hard did he beg and cry for you to buy them the first turntables when he decided he wanted 2 turntables and a mixer?
Well, actually, when he got out of high school, that was his first paycheck.
Get out of here!
Buying them turntables, then spend all the money.
With them techniques, huh?
Yeah.
What was it?
No, Gemini's.
Oh, you got the Gemini's?
I got Gemini's first.
Every pay, he would go get more stuff.
Oh man. He had the ball.
But when I first started out, I used the living room record player.
Yes, you
for
did.
Speakers.
Wow. Go ahead. Hit the speaker. Somebody got a call.
Okay. Gynesis Radio with the boss, of course, DJ Hot Sauce and TP Squares and Rut. Call on the air. Come and talk to us.
Yo, what up? It's your boy Terrell, man. What's happening?
That's Monty, man.
What up, Terrell?
Hey, what's going on, bro? What's happening, man?
What's going on? First, the reason why I'm calling, man, is because I want to give Mama Rose her flowers, man, for putting up for so many years with us, Lord.
But I loved it.
Yeah, man.
I loved all. I call you all my children.
Music kept us safe, you know?
Yeah, she did. She kept us all in the house because she knew where everybody was at.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
You know.
Man. So shout out to you, Mama Rose. Love you.
I love you too, honey.
Hey, you remember that time? Yo. It was too many of us to be in the room, and we put the speaker outside from the 3rd floor. I dropped the speaker. Remember that? I dropped the speaker wire out the window and put it downstairs so everybody could to have a good time outside. There was too many to have in the bedroom, so I had to, I just took the speaker outside.
Took the party outside.
While I stayed in the bedroom, I took it outside, just threw the speaker wire out.
But that's why I tell everybody, when I got my hospital, it was like a scene from B Street, man. The big brother playing the DJ, you know what I'm saying, with the little, like
man.
B Street, man. The mom telling them to cut the music down. They took that from us, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Made that movie.
Somebody saw that.
There you go.
They took that from us. That's right.
There you go.
Me too made that movie. But shout out to my Gynesis Radio family, Rod.
Yeah.
Y'all already know what it is. Salute to y'all. Keep doing y'all thing, man.
You already know.
Man, we here. You heard?
Absolutely.
Yeah, man. I appreciate you too, bro. For real.
Peace, Taro. Peace, Taro.
All right, bro.
Peace. Salute. All right, y'all.
All
right. Bye.
Yo, man, TP, yeah, the room was stay flooded. Like everybody wanted to be in the room where the music was at. Everybody loved Ma, first off. But everybody wanted to be in the room because she wasn't playing with that curfew part. So if I couldn't go outside, then everybody would want to come upstairs in the room.
That's right. But you want to hear something funny? We all got that living room story.
Yeah,
Because you know what? When I got my turntables, man, me and YT Shahi, Almighty Force, right? My first set of speakers was actually the hi-fi in the house too. You know what I mean? So actually, that console we had it closed down.
That's the one I had.
The mixer and two turntables sit on that. And the wires went to those speakers.
That's when I figured RCA's the auxiliary.
Yes,
that's when I figured that out. It went in the back.
That's right. Yep. And you know what? Me and Sha would be right there in the living room. I would mix and he would rhyme. He would mix and I would rhyme. And right there in the living room until my pops said, "All right, y'all gonna take me to the beach." You know what I mean? We bought some speakers. Y'all getting out of here, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that was that open chest thing. You know.
Yep, exactly.
She had the 8-track on one side and the turntable on the other side.
Yep.
And then I figured out the 8-track. I put it in the middle, and once I found out I could play both of them at the same time, it was over. It was over. Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah, it was over. And that's then they came out with the 8-track adapter where you put the cassette in there.
Yep.
So I started mixing the cassette music with the vinyl, and I just went from there. That was it. I was always an inquisitive kid.
Yes, you were.
Shut up. I want to say that.
That's you were. I'm telling you, you ain't lying a bit.
Yeah, man.
Oh man, shout out to everybody on the check-in, man. Thank y'all so much, man. Yeah, I was an inquisitive kid. I had to figure out how it worked. I had a stretch Armstrong. I cut it up just to see what was it inside that made it stretch.
I'm glad you said that. Come 10, 11 years old.
He wanted to see what made it work, huh?
He would start taking stuff apart to see how it worked. He unloosened the wires, the radio, taking the back off of, but he would put it back together.
Yeah.
So
I can relate to that.
Wait a minute. What is he? So I thought he was going to become an electrician. And sure enough, he went to high school. He went to Gynesis High School. So he learned how to do, electrical. Yeah.
I took a trade up.
He was mechanically inclined.
A little bit.
Yeah,
a little bit.
Yeah.
One time I thought he was going to be an engineer because he loved it. He was so enthused with the train. And every time I would take him on the train, he would love to look out the window and look at the track.
Look at the tracks, huh? Yeah.
Then he got big enough to stand up. He will always want to go to the front of the car so he can look out on the track. And then he would look at the engineer and ask them, how this work? Well, how that work? And he asked that they would actually talk to him.
He wanted to know. That's good.
Couldn't get him off the train.
That's good.
Oh,
When
man.
it was time to get off the train, I had to drag him off the train. That boy used to have me so tired, tussling with him, trying to get him off the train. And then I get him off the train and put him down on the platform. One time, he took off and started running, trying to catch the train. If I didn't,
I didn't know.
if I
He's a
didn't,
runner, huh?
yeah, if I didn't scoop him up, he would have ran right off the
On the platform. Oh, wow.
Wow.
I mean, was
You
I
hear that,
scared?
Rod? You hear that, Rod?
Oh,
I
man.
was-
Yeah, I'm listening. It would have been a hot sauce situation for real.
Yeah.
Yeah, he could have been a hot sauce situation. I mean, I'm glad I was a fast runner because that boy was running so fast, and he almost got to the end of the platform, and I grabbed him. I had to hold him tight and get him upstairs out of the subway. Got him outside. Oh, he had a fit. He kicked. And I said, boy, if you don't get up off of that ground, I had to tear him up to get him off the ground. Spanked him good.
Oh, man.
He was so mad with me. Oh my God, he was mad with me. And this is every time we got on the train. It's the same thing. I had to drag him off the train.
See, we knew we was gonna get the backstory. See, Rod?
Oh,
Yeah, see, we got some jokes here at Genesis, and sometimes when we hear these type of stories, we say he must have been the middle child.
Right.
No, he was the first one.
He was the first one.
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
Yeah.
wow.
How about that?
Yeah.
I would have thought you was a middle child, man. Hearing you was a runner. Oh man.
His brother is the middle child.
Yeah.
And they put like 2 peas in a pot.
Oh man. But Ma, what age was I when I wanted to become the family DJ? Because I remember at one point family used to come over, and when did I started doing that? Like, you know what I mean?
I guess about 8 or 9.
Wow.
8 or 9. Because when the family came over, we all got together. You would play the records for us. You would. I had my own little DJ. Because you know we always had to get up, put the record on. You know. Sometimes it's the stackable, but when you put.
I remember the stack.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, Ma has some.
And the flesh, my little DJ, my own little personal DJ.
He took over. So was it the 45s he was playing?
He was the 45, and you know what? He didn't know how. He wasn't reading at that time, but he knew every record to play. Even some of the LPs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He knew right where to go.
He knew right where to go.
Oh, he was ready. He was supposed to be a DJ.
Yeah.
He was born into it.
And I swear, y'all, I didn't even know.
Yeah.
I did.
I never forget that.
Because sometimes we be in here, you know, we be trying to stump each other with the music. You know, we be just playing stuff, you know. And he always got something in his bag of tricks, you know. He always got something he come up with, he throw on there, you know.
But I never know what to play. It's the truth, Ma. I come in here, I never know what I'm gonna play. I never know sometimes. But some of the stuff that I play, it's because of TP too, you know. Because when I come to the station, and he will always show me love. He said, I don't care what kind of day we have at the station or whatever it is. He said, this brother always come in here happy. Remember that TV? I remember that day you said that.
That's right.
He said it on the air. Just start coming, you know.
That's right.
Yeah, other guests here while he's at the show. He'd give me a shout out when I say hello to everybody in the room.
That's right.
And he said, you know, I got to give his brother a shout out because every time he come here, he's happy. He got a smile on his face.
That's right. That's right.
And I go from there.
He
so
loved what
the
he was
minute I
doing.
get in the booth, and that was it.
That's right. That's right.
Thank you. You know, I thank you for that.
And it doesn't matter what time it is, because one weekend I had went down to I was down in DC, you know, and it was Chuck Brown's birthday weekend. I went down there.
The guy that sang Buster Loose.
Oh, okay.
So you know,
That's Chuck Brown.
Mm-hmm.
Chuck Brown is he's the godfather of go-go
Of
music.
go-go music.
So
yes.
you know, a lot of people don't know. If you ain't from that
Shout
area,
out to
go-go music just was mainly Northern Virginia, DC, and Southern Maryland. Just that little area right there. That's it. You know. So Chuck Brown had a couple crossover songs, you know, that made it through in the disco era. They played
a few hits, yeah.
That was it. So I came back, you know, and I'm talking about Chuck Brown and whatnot. This dude did a whole mix. he did a whole show of Chuck Brown music, man. And we just sitting here
just for him,
just bang. You know what I mean? I mean, this dude did like an hour and a half to 2 hours of Chuck Brown music, you know, and we still play that show now. You know what I mean? Whenever he ain't here and it's show time, I play that. We'll throw that show on because we done turned a whole lot of people on to go-go music, via Chuck Brown. You know, because when people think of Chuck Brown, they think of Bustin' Loose, or they think of that Nelly song that he made a song. He rapped off that version of that, and what blew my mind is, I said, now, this dude here, now when it comes to music, I think I'm the baddest man on the planet when it comes to music. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Between me, Rod, my post on social network every day, I play this game with everybody. I just post song lyrics every day. Just not even a whole verse, just a line from a song to see who can catch on and name the song, you know? So I'm a music connoisseur. So when I threw this Chuck Brown thing out there, and this dude just on a whim, he's in the booth.
Yeah.
And he just Chuck Brown me out. Blew my mind.
Sure did.
You know, blew my mind, you know, and all my peeps from down that area was like, oh, who's that DJ? Go to school down in DC? Is he from DC? Where he from? I said, man, he from the Bronx, man. He from Soundview. What is Soundview? Where's that at? The Bronx.
The Bronx.
What do you know about Chuck Brown like that? Yeah, you know, so I don't know about this dude hearing his music, man. You know, he's in tune with the music gods. I can tell you that.
He loves it.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, before he was born, he loved it.
Yeah.
Because he used to hear it. You know, babies can hear.
Yeah.
When you talk to them,
I believe you.
The music. Yeah.
I believe you. I believe you.
He came out loving music. And the minute he started sitting up, he used to rock.
I believe you.
Rock. He used to rock so much he'd rock it. Go to sleep.
I believe you. Because I tell you, we play games like we did the Democratic Party's banquet a few weeks ago. And Rudd dug down in his crates, you know, and he broke out an Odyssey song, right? And now this song came out, I believe, in 1976, you know, and the party was winding down. We about to pack up. He played Native New Yorker. You remember that song? He jump-started the whole party with that song. Now everybody supposed to be going home now. We winding down. He plays Native New York, jump-starts the party, man. You know what I mean? And that song there took me back to the days of my youth. I came home. I played that song for about a week. You know what I mean? Rod called me the next day. What was I in here playing, Rod?
Native New Yorker.
You know, it was funny. We started the show. I played a disclaimer, then I played a song.
Right.
For that whole week, everybody did a live show. The next song I played was Native New York.
Native New Yorker.
Well, look, some stuff like that, I didn't know that was gonna go over like that. I just had the courage to try it because I like the song, and I just discovered it in my files. I said, you know what? I'm gonna play this song. I had something else ready just in case it didn't hit like that. If it didn't go well, I had a backup plan or something I know always gets them on the floor. You always gotta have the backup plan, right?
Yeah.
But when they heard that, man, The people went crazy. Like that's the reason that we do this. That's the rush. You know what I mean? Like we didn't do this for money. We did it for the love, and we did it for the passion.
Right.
And I would like to know, because I talked to my parents about this recently, and you know, when hip hop, we had a 50 years of hip hop show, because this is the 50th year of hip hop. My father told me, he said, man, if I'd have known hip hop was gonna really, end up where it went, he said, I would have really, got behind you a lot more. He said, I thought it was a fad. And he didn't think it was something that lasts. They did stuff like they helped us get equipment pretty much to keep us out of trouble and to keep us busy. They didn't really think we would still be doing this like 50 years later, but here we are, and we still having these same conversations. Did you also think that it was just a fad, or did you think it was a genre that was going to be around for a while?
I really didn't think it was gonna go anywhere. I didn't think he would be this famous. I don't say famous.
Oh, he famous.
Well,
I
mean, I am now.
And I was so happy when I realized he made it. I was like, wow. And I think back when he was a child, how I said, Lord, I never thought he would get this far.
Yeah.
But he was determined. He was determined because he was a music lover like I am.
Oh yeah, well, definitely that, because like right now, big shout out to DJ Strategy.
Yes,
we being here with him on Thursdays, right? And one of these Saturdays, we all gonna get everybody in here, and we gonna have this music trivia, because when he come in here on Thursdays nights, he try to stump me with music, and I try to stump him with music. You know what I mean?
Really?
That's right.
Okay.
And he come here, I tell him he ain't ready. And he throws something on. He said, I got you with this one. I said, no, you don't. I tell him exactly what it is. You know what I mean? Like he came in here the other day. He gonna pull out a Joe Tex record. You know what I mean? I say, man, that's Joe Tex, man. He said, I ain't gonna bump no more with no big fat woman. Man, get out of here. That ain't never Joe Tex, man. Look, I got to come out with something, man. Please, we gonna have that moment up in here, man. We're gonna go record for record. You know what I mean?
That's gonna be a good one.
Well, y'all gonna lose. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, y'all gonna lose, because before today's end, I'm about to get Mom Duke's playlist. Y'all can't mess with Mom's playlist.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
I'm gonna get the cheat sheet. From Mom.
Ain't no cheating involved, man. Ain't no cheating.
I'm gonna get the secret sauce from the hot sauce.
Ain't no cheating. Yeah, man.
Mom, what was some of the records that you liked when you played them? What was it like?
Joe Tex, James Brown, the Temple.
Wow.
Otis Redding. I mean, the whole nine.
See, now, Sauce, you've been cheating.
No,
you've been cheating. You've been cheating. Your mom's just dropped the ditty, bro. Did she just drop the ditty? Did she just drop the ditty?
No,
bro. You've been cheating. You've been cheating, dog.
Boom.
See,
boom.
You never said you never said you was playing your mama's playlist, bro.
No, I wasn't.
Okay. Well, she just said it. You came, James Brown.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she just said it just now. Remember that day you came here? You said you was gonna play the old school. You just played her list. Everything she just said, you played.
No, I didn't.
Run. Am I lying?
No, I didn't.
Well, if I had to take a quote from a music song about what just happened, oh, I gotcha. Huh? But I didn't see you now. We got you now, hot sauce.
You was listening. You definitely was listening. You was definitely listening.
I didn't mean it that way. Seriously. I asked that question because Mom used to like to dance too. So when she started dancing, I didn't like when Mom get out there and start dancing. So that's why I didn't
That's
li-
why you say you don't like the why
I
I'm not
didn't-
playing the music.
I
'cause you
I didn't like Mom did there. She be cutting the rug, man. I didn't know what cutting the rug was, but I didn't like it. She was just swinging and just getting it in, and you know. And I used to hate it. I used to looking at my mother dancing. I didn't like it. You know. So that's why I asked seriously. That's why I asked that. What was the song that made her dance? That's why I asked that because I didn't really like her to dance when she had company.
It's certain. It's got to have a certain beat. You know that make me. I just couldn't. I just didn't dance to just any old thing. It had to
You had to feel it.
It had to have a feeling. You know. But he hated. That's what it was. I know he didn't want to see me. I guess because I ain't had no business at my age. You know.
Well, I know one thing for certain, two things for sure. When he getting his zone in there, he be gone.
I know he did.
You know what I mean?
In another world.
Gone. Gone.
He be in another
gone.
world.
You know, and I just love it when he say, I'm gonna take y'all back. And he will literally play. He can start, and I know it's
I'm coming.
I'm older than him, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So he will literally start in the late 60s, right?
Yeah.
And he'll go all the way to today's music.
To the 80s and
go all the way through. You know what I mean? So we only person talking on the mic is him in between what he doing. So we could be sitting right here. I could be sitting right here.
Yeah.
And he in there. He got his mic on in there. He gonna have his little interlude. I just let him rock. Go ahead.
He sure do.
Yeah. Cutting up, huh?
Yeah, he go. When he in his zone, he going. You know?
Yeah. So I'm looking through the glass. So he's my audience because he's at the board, right?
Exactly.
And when I see TP go like this, he be moving his head.
Yeah,
he
man.
be going.
He go.
He's like, okay. He's like, yeah, Sauce, go, Sauce.
Go.
That head be moving like this.
Go.
TP be going, boy.
That's right. That's right.
And all you need is one person. And I act like I'm in front of thousands, man.
Yeah.
That one person is all you need.
Well, just keep in mind, you know, we reaching 3 million people a month here. You know what I mean? So at 3
million
at any given time here,
a month?
you know,
wow,
there's thousands of people listening to what we're doing at any given moment. You know, so it's an interesting situation here. You know, so you always got to put your best foot forward. And with this dude here, you know, he reminds me of what Forrest Gump say. Life is like a box of chocolate. You never know what you're gonna get.
You never know what you're
gonna get. When this guy come in here, you don't know. It all depends on what he did the night before. Because he gonna come in here, whatever mood he's in, that's what he's gonna give it up to you. You know what I mean? And when he come in here, he start out with James Brown because he feel good. You know, sometimes we talk about I'm playing old school break beats, you know what I mean? And he gonna cut the record to the bone, you know what I mean?
I know that's right.
Oh,
yeah, you know.
Let me tell you, when they used to do the park jams outside in front of the building, right? And I used to ask you all the time, I used to beg you, Mom, can I go outside? They having a jam outside. Can I go outside? You was like, all right, you stay right there in that park. You just don't go nowhere. Go in the park. And that's where I would be, right there in the park.
Yeah.
Yo, Shorty, stay behind the rope.
I would stay there at the rope. And I'd be that same kid every time. They would go out in the park until that one day, Mom, they let me under. And that was my break right there. And that was my break. So then when that happened, that's when I was going to Steiney house. Shout out to Steiney, man, from Southern. He lived on the second floor. He had a big brother who had equipment already. He had them Pioneer curve arms at the time when Techniques was out.
Yeah.
He had the Pioneer curve arms. He was the only guy in the building whose brother had equipment. So I would go down to his house to practice. He'll let me until we got ours in our apartment. So a lot of that. came from there, you know, and I just went from there. But Rod also, that's on the other line. Him and I inspire each other because he was like, wait a minute, oh shoot, do I got that song? Because when we play side by side and I'm playing, you know, he get ready. He's like, he pulling some stuff out. I got. Rod be like, I gotta get ready now because before I came to the station, Rod was knocking everybody out the box. You know, not talking down on the other DJs, right? But Rod would come in and sweep. So now when I came before him. He would come after. When they gave me a slot at the station, I was before him. I came before him. So now he's saying, before he said it to me, he's saying to himself, he said, now what am I gonna play behind this dude now?
That's right. He had to step his game up.
Yeah. What am I gonna play now behind that? Oh man, this dude here. But then we got closer and closer and closer. You can't just let anybody play with you when you come to parties and or play your slot because your name is your slot or is your slot your name, you know.
That's right.
So when him and I play side to side, it's incredible, I want to say.
I can believe that.
Oh yeah, you know,
because we inspire each other, and I thank him for that too. Because we keep each other on our toes. But when we play together, TP set up some parties out in some backyard parties. Remember that? Oh, we killed him that night. That day when we did the party outside.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
We killed him that day, man. So yeah, Rugby played some stuff too.
I bet y'all had a good time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they knocked it out the park. they knocked it out the park.
Yeah, man.
You know, and see, I'm not a DJ. They're DJs. I'm a record player. I don't DJ. You know, I can sit there and play a record. You know,
but I consider him a pioneer because he was all in that era. That was part of his era. He may not play the era, right, but he know the era. He was in the era to know all of that. So being a record player, I wouldn't say you call it that, but I wouldn't call it that because you definitely was one of the people that I looked up to.
I was around, you know,
he dipped in there, but he was on top of it. You ain't come out A&R for nothing.
I was around, you know.
You definitely was there. Even you got a story to tell.
Yeah,
you know,
I had a job.
Were you a crate carrier as well at one point?
I carried little crates. I did a little bit of everything. You know what I mean? But I'm more of a thinker, so that manual labor wasn't good for me. You know, I wasn't good at manual labor. You know, but I carried the crates for a little while. I said, "No, this is not going to work for me." You know, you know, let me.
I gotta be behind the desk.
Let me negotiate some things. You know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Absolutely. Let me get behind the scene and make it work. You know.
Now I got to tell you, I didn't have a TV in my room for years, right, Mark? Because everything was on our dresser. I didn't have a TV for years, man. I had crates along the dresser, on the side of my bed, man. And we had two twin beds. You know, my brother had one side, I had the other side. I had crates on the side. They started coming in the middle. We had a dresser chest in the middle between the two beds. I started putting crates right there. Man, the room was getting flooded out from vinyl, man. Oh man.
Talking about crates. Oh my God.
Yeah, you know what? Where did you get the crates from? Everybody had crates, right?
From the store.
And it's like
milk crates from the store.
Yeah, but you know, the stores were supposed to return the milk crates.
That was credit. That's right.
They actually paid a deposit for those crates. You know what I mean? And what got me is, I remember when when the milk crates were metal. You remember when they were metal?
No.
See, you only remember when they were plastic.
That plastic.
You know what I mean? I remember when they were metal.
They was.
You know what I mean?
They was. When I
When-
was a little girl, it was metal.
When they first started DJing, the crates were metal, and then they transferred over to the plastic crates. You know what I mean? So a lot of the DJs, still to the day, that still got their crates.
That you know.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And they still got their vinyl in their garages. They still got some metal crates
Metal
with
crates.
records in them, as well with plastic, man. Yeah, so I used to wonder, y'all stealing these crates? Because they used to stack them behind the store.
Yeah.
Was you one of them guys go back there and stealing them crates, man?
A couple.
You
A stack. I had to, man. I did.
know,
I did.
because I mean, like,
I did.
those stores lost a lot of money
They sure
over
did.
the time because thousands of crates were missing.
We're missing because of
But
that.
but you do know they used to sell record crates. They used to sell them. Yeah. They were like sort of like they were bigger than those crates, milk crates.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? A little longer, bigger. They had handles on them, for 2 people to carry them.
Okay.
The professional DJs, the wedding DJ,
Right.
you know what I mean? Who had the wedding halls and stuff locked down.
Mhm.
They had those. They didn't have crates, so they looked better stacked in there with their records in those crates. They were like consoles, like coffins. You know what I
Okay,
mean?
right,
And they had their
right.
records stuck in the. They used to sell them. Sam Ash and all them. They used to sell record
man.
containers. You know what I mean? But guess what?
What?
The guys from the hood, hip hop, was so innovative. They said, we ain't paying for that.
They built one.
We not only did they build their own coffin, but when it came to the records, they said, we're not gonna pay for that. We need milk crate. They fit perfectly in a milk crate. We gonna get milk crates, man. You know what I mean? We gonna get milk crates, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's what they did, man. And
Oh, man.
and I kid you not, I've been around so long. I remember that. Not only that, I don't know what kind of crate it was.
Mhm.
It was made out of wood. It had a handle on it, right? It was something, I don't know if it was something that painters use or something, but it was about that long, about as long as this screen right here,
Mhm.
and it was long enough, wide enough to put 45s in it. And everybody had their 45s in them, and they had, that's right, they had crates for 45s. And where they got them from, I don't know.
Yo, that's crazy.
But back in the days when they had 45s,
Uh-huh.
I know you remember when cats used to take the 45 or glue the 45 to the LP.
Right. Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when they couldn't find those crates no more, that's when they started taping and gluing the 45 to the LP.
That's
and then they just put them in the milk crates.
That's what I did.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll tell you, man. Let me tell you, hip hop
Is very creative.
One thing I can tell you, ghetto folk gonna find a way to shine. hey, listen, man. I love the good old ghetto. Ain't nothing like it, bro.
Nope.
You know what I mean? And I don't care where I go. In spite of what people say, ain't nothing like the good old ghetto. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because my years of working at Atlantic, right? You know where all the hit records came from? The best people who did all the research on talent,
Mm-hmm.
they look like me and you, right? They didn't get the big, accolades, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because the guys who got the accolades, they couldn't go with me and you go. See, they couldn't come to Soundview and sit there while they was jamming in the park. You know what I'm saying? When Cass and all them was in there doing what they did and everything.
Right.
They couldn't come sit there because they was from the other side of the tracks. They was gonna stand out too much. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But then they would come get the fashion ideas from us, everything else. And we would go say, this is what's going on. We would take pictures, we would record it, and take it back. They would take our pictures of the fashion and they would go recreate it, put their label on and they would sell it back to us. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with the music. You know what I mean? The vibe, the energy. Perfect example. That hit record that Blondie had, that Fab Five Freddy was on, you know, Rapture.
Rapture, yeah.
Well, how do you think that song, Rapture, got the Blondie down in the village? You know what I mean? The first plant in hip hop was Fab Five Freddy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Man, that's the first thing she come on is Fab Five Freddy.
Because he could come uptown, right, and be amongst us, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he get all the info, and where did he take it? Downtown in the village, because he could rock with them. And then biggest record Blondie ever had was what? Rapture. And guess what? She's considered a pioneer in hip hop. Wow. How about that?
She even mentioned Flash name on there. Flash is fast, Flash is cool.
So what I'm telling you, we created so much stuff because ghetto folk gonna find a way to shine. We are the creators of so much. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we have created so much from the simple things. We have made the struggle look so easy. We made it fashionable.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? We made everybody want to be a DJ.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. Mm-hmm.
The kids who didn't have to be a DJ the way we were DJs, they want to be with us. They made that movie Kids. Remember that movie Kids?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, kids from the Upper West Side.
Yep.
Why y'all won't come hang out with us? Why y'all won't be in the hood? You don't need to be in the hood.
That's right.
You know what I mean? You don't need this free lunch.
They wanted to be a part of something.
That's right. You know what I mean? Because listen, we know how to make the struggle look good, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Guess what? We made old sneakers look good because we came home and cleaned them every night.
That's right.
You know what I mean? We cleaned them.
We just talk about that, Mom.
We took the shoelaces out and washed the shoelaces and shined them up and cleaned them up. You know what I mean?
They look brand new.
Like I said.
I used to make my kids wash their shoe tray because I couldn't stand no dirty shoe tray.
The struggle was hard, boy.
Hey, listen, but we knew how to make it work, right? We knew how to make it work. We knew how to turn nothing into something. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to the crate carriers.
That's right. That's right. Even when the records were bad, right? When the record had static, right?
Put alcohol on it.
Boom.
Put some alcohol on there, clean it up. That's right.
There you go. There you go.
It would show all the scratches after you clean it up, though, because it would get all that popcorn sound out of it.
That's right.
That alcohol. That's right. It'll make the record look brand new, too.
That's right, man.
You're right, man. Yo, you know, Mom, she even had a BSR wooden turntable. I would try to scratch on that, too, man.
But that was a direct drop.
That was that wooden box
Mm-hmm.
that you had.
The converter.
The record player. I think.
It was the converter that I bought.
No, you took a record player. You had a turntable, and I think you had it rebuilt, or it's something you did to the turntable, and he turned it to a BSR because they had the letters on the bottom of the wooden thing. And that said BSR on it.
I forgot who did it for me, but somebody did it. I don't remember who it was, but yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
I'm surprised you remember that, because I had forgotten all about that.
So let me ask you this. When you got speakers, right?
Mm-hmm.
What size was the first speakers you brought?
The 15. What I did was I wound up getting Gemini speakers to go with the Gemini turntables. Mm-hmm. So I wound up getting the 15-inch with the bullhorn and the 3 tweeters or 4 tweeters on the top. Mm-hmm. I wound up getting 2 of those and got a small Gemini mixer just so it could fit just in case they have to put it in the living room. I didn't get a big mixer. I got a small mixer.
Yeah. So you kept everything Gemini.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what? I went downtown to 14th Street, Union Square to buy everything. It was an electronic. It was right there by the train station. It was I don't know the name of the store, man. It was on the side of NYU though.
Okay, I know you was at.
It was a store.
Yeah.
On that side of the street.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where I went to. I went and bought my mixer, the speaker, everything from her. I just bought everything from her. You was going towards the west side. It was across the street of NYU, but you would go down the block.
Yeah, they had a few electronic stores over there.
Yeah,
I know you.
Yeah,
I know. I know you at.
Yeah, man.
I got my first set from Sam Ash. My pops took me down to Sam Ash on Queens Boulevard.
Oh,
on Queens Boulevard. That Sam Ash been there forever and a day. You know.
I used to think the one on 48th Street in Times Square, Broadway, or whatever that is.
Yeah, but back then Sam Ash had a place, I think, in every borough except the Bronx.
Yes.
They had one in every borough
except the Bronx.
They
right.
had one in Queens and Brooklyn.
We didn't have that in the Bronx. We had Crazy Eddie.
Yeah, they had one everywhere.
We had Crazy Eddie. What was another? We had the Wiz.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, see, what I couldn't understand is I wanted to go to Jamaica Avenue and buy my stuff, right? In Queens. I wanted to buy my stuff in Jamaica Avenue or from one of the stores in Jamaica Avenue. But my father, he had a quirky way about him, right?
Mm-hmm.
He didn't trust those type of stores to buy those type of items.
Really?
No, because he felt like if they didn't have their own credit card or they wasn't backed by a corporation, their return policy wouldn't be good. You know what I mean?
You mean a store credit card?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like if something was wrong with it, he didn't want to have to argue with them to get his money back or get a replacement.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
You know, so he would trust a Crazy Eddie or Wiz because they had big advertisement.
Right.
But the little small mom and pops that sold that stuff, he didn't want to buy that. So Jamaica Avenue had a lot of stores like that. You know what I'm saying? But because he brought his cars from Louis Chevrolet that was on Queens Boulevard and Sam Ash was across the street, you know what I mean? And he brought my keyboard and my drums from Sam Ash. He went across there. He said, "Oh, they sell that stuff over there. We're gonna get it from over there."
Because it was an instrument store.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah. You know, and he paid more money for it over there, but it was just a comfortability thing. But I wanted to buy my stuff where everybody else bought their stuff at. You know what I mean? Because they threw in extra stuff. You know what I mean? Like they had a package deal. You get the two turntables and the mixer, you know what I mean? And for a couple $100 more, they would throw in the two speakers. And you know what I mean? You got the whole set. Sam Ash didn't do that.
Right.
You got the two turntables. You paid for two turntables. You paid for the mixer.
That's it.
You wanted the speakers. You got to pay for the speakers, but you didn't get those special deal speakers. You know what I mean? Because they wasn't selling Gemini speakers. You know what I mean? You had to get Cerwin Vegas, JBL, those type of speakers. You know what I mean? Right. So ain't no deal in that. So my pops he wasn't buying no Cerwin Vegas because now you buy the Cerwin Vegas, now you got to buy a Crown amp.
That's right.
You know what I mean? And all sorts of stuff. So
which was more money.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So
more money, yeah.
But the spot you went to, you get the Crazy Eddie deal. You know, you get the whole thing. You know what I mean?
That's right.
And then the dude said, "All right, well, you got this. When you come back, bring your receipt. Remind me, I'm gonna hook you up. I'm gonna give you this and that to go with that." You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yep.
But yeah, man.
Oh man, boy.
Those were the days.
Those were the days.
Those were the days. But tell me this: did you ever steal the tweeters out of the poll?
No.
The Paizo tweeters?
I never had a chance.
You know what I mean?
I never got to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never got to do it.
Because you know what?
I-
Those were the best tweeters
they was.
ever. And they really wasn't supposed to be tweeters. They were used for something totally different out of the poll.
Right.
You know?
Right.
I don't even know if they were, I don't even know why they was in the poll.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
I go figure that one. So
I remember all the major DJs would say, man, go up there and get that for me. You know, because if you went to buy it, they were very expensive to buy. You know, but they would steal them off the poles.
Off the poles.
And go, when they build their speakers, they would put them in their speakers and they sound so good, man. You know what I mean? So, like I said, they knew how to make it work, man.
Yeah.
Oh, you just say that because your mother's sitting there.
No, I mean, honestly, seriously. Yeah, I never had that chance to do it. If I had a way, yeah, I would have. I will tell you, I would have. I sure would have.
Yeah, because I don't think there's a DJ that DJ'd in the parks that didn't have those piezo tweezers that they stole off the electric poles. You know,
I swear, I don't know why they were there.
They had some purpose for something.
It probably didn't get to happen. You know, it didn't probably happen. That's why. But shoot, once we figure out to use the lamp pole, when we couldn't call this one out the window to drop the extension cord.
Yeah, maybe less.
You know how many wires we had to use for power out somebody's house?
No, you had to do this.
Miss Mel used to let us use her, and she lived on the 4th floor. We had to have extension cord. Everybody would get brown wire, all kind of washing machine cords, everything, just to get power outside.
And then somebody figured out the pole is right there.
The pole is right there.
Pop that out, boom, boom, boom.
And there was a socket there.
Bang, we good. You know,
and that was for Parks. The Parks Department came a long way. It was for them, for the Parks Department, to plug up they blowers and stuff like that.
So they still have them on the street.
Some
the light pole, them big light poles.
Yeah,
they still got.
They still have. But now they changed the lock.
Yeah,
they changed it to make it difficult to do.
It's hard to get in there now.
So
you can't get in like how we used to.
So now, and they say if you break that thing
you
open,
tamper with,
they're gonna lock you up now. You know,
by my church, them guys that be on the street, they got them. They open them and they be hooking up, like charging they motorcycles or the scooters, and they be charging their phone out there because they be outside all day.
The struggle is real, boy.
Yeah, but
oh my goodness.
That's some places you can get away with that, you know.
Places, you can't go anywhere doing that.
Some places you can get away with that. You know.
Bro, you still hanging on, bro?
Nah, Rud dropped off.
Rud dropped off?
Yeah, he dropped off. He'll be back. He'll pop back in there. He dropped off, man.
You and Rud had a long run as well, right? You know where he used to buy his records from?
Rud bought records from everywhere. He brought records from other people. You know, if somebody knew a DJ was moving out of town or going somewhere, he'd go buy his records. Rud brought records from everywhere. He would brought records from Brooklyn, Queens, Manhattan, you know. And look, I know when we were buying records, we would go everywhere. But our main spot was Mike's. For me, it was Mike's Record Shop on Sufton Boulevard and Jamaica Avenue.
That name sounds familiar.
In fact, Mike died a few years ago. Mike was the dude who made that work song plate. Remember the work song plate? With I Can't Stop and what was that song?
He did I Can't Stop.
Yeah, I Can't Stop and that work song plate.
Yeah.
You know,
really?
Yeah, he made that. Mike made that right there on Sufton Boulevard and Jamaica Avenue. Everybody had that plate. You know, every DJ had that plate. Mike made that. Yep.
Incredible.
Yep. All those plates that had all those break beats on them. You know what I mean? Mike made them. And he was the plug. You know what I mean?
Right.
He was the plug. You know, you want all those breaks, you know, he was the plug. And that's why we got a lot of records from, because we go in there and say, Mike, we would go in there with a tape, right? We would get, let's just say we would have a Cold Crush mixtape, tape with them performing on it. We play Mike the tape. We need all these records right here. You know, that Charlie Chasen was playing, Tone was playing. We need all these records right here. He would listen to the tape. He said, leave me the tape. Come back when you get out of school. I have all the records ready for you. And sure enough, you come back, he'll say, this one is this one, this one is this one. He said, this is how much money you got to do. We got all the records.
Is that before White Label?
Before White Label. All around the same time. All around the same time. You know what I mean?
Okay.
We didn't have to search. You know what I mean?
Right.
All we had to do, if we heard the record that we wanted, take it to Mike. And Mike would, because he had the records. And if he didn't have it, he was gonna make a phone call and he was gonna get the record. You know what I mean? Because he was the music guy in Queens. He was the music guy.
Okay.
You know, where a lot of guys was going down in the Manhattan in the Village, downstairs records, going to all the different places, searching and begging. Nah, we had the plug. Go to Mike. You know, and we had guys coming from the Bronx, come from everywhere to get those plates from Mike. You know what I mean? You know.
Okay.
So. And the most popular plate was Work Song. You know what I mean?
Okay.
You know?
That's crazy. That's interesting.
Yep. Big shout out to Mike. May he rest in peace, man. Mike was the guy. He was the guy. Everybody had the guy, man.
Yeah.
You know? Everybody had the guy.
I forgot that, man. I had a question for you too. What was the question? We were just talking about it too. It made me want to ask you. It was something he said. Oh man.
Well, why you think about? I want to know how your neighbors put up with him, because I know they came and complained to you. How they put up with him with that noise?
They didn't complain at all.
No.
My neighbors were so nice. They knew, and first of all, they knew I love music, and I wouldn't blast my music late at. I only played my music.
Yeah, I had a time
in the daytime and early evening, but after 10 o'clock,
that was it.
That's it. So they nobody never complained.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's good. That's good.
They never complained.
That's good.
Yeah, the music really didn't come on till like after 1.
Yeah,
3 o'clock, because you know the Karate Flicks came on then.
Oh yeah.
We used to watch it, you know. After I watched my little Karate Flicks between 1 and 3 and 3 and 5 or something like that.
Yeah.
Then I turned the music on and started practicing. And you know, and I went from there. But it was good, man. The one thing, she knew I was in the house. She really didn't mind. You know,
that's good. That's
there
good.
was some put up, you know, she put up with it, but I knew where my son was. That was her.
Method to the madness.
Exactly.
Yeah. Method to the madness. Yeah.
He ain't outside, he in the house. I know where he at.
All the kids, the neighborhood kids was respectable. All of them called me Mama Rose. Mama Rose. And all of them loved Mama Rose cooking. I'm going to Mama Rose and see what Mama Rose cooking today.
Oh, so Mama Rose was the neighborhood mom, huh?
Yeah.
Or either Tony would let them know what Mama gonna cook. Mama Rose gonna cook today. I'm coming.
I'm coming through, huh?
I look around, 4 or 5 of them. Mama Rose, we want something to eat.
There you go.
I fed them all.
There you go.
Even Taro, like
there you go.
They had a couple that broke bread with us, man. They came to the house.
To this day, they call me Mama Rose.
There you go, as they should. As they should.
Yeah, man.
As they should.
How many 78 records you had? It wasn't too many out there, but I remember you had a couple of 78.
Yeah,
you had 33, 45, and 78. You had 3 that I know of. I don't know the name of the songs, but I think one of them was
Alita Holloway.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I burnt that one up. Hit and Run. You remember that song?
No, I don't remember that one.
Alita
You do.
Holloway, Hit and Run.
You know the song.
I know the song. I just don't know who made it.
That song.
Alita Holloway.
I didn't know that was a
I
series.
used to love that song.
I know the
birthed
song.
that one.
I just didn't remember who made it.
Oh wow, Alita Holloway.
Cause you know what? I used to buy. Sometime I bought a lot of LPs for one main record.
One song.
You know, and they wasn't making 78s then, but it was like later on they start making the hit songs out of the LP. They made they call them the what did they call it? The 12-inch. What did they call those?
Yeah, it was 12 inch.
It was 12 inch, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That was the extended version.
The
Yeah.
single,
So
yeah.
they was
12 inch
yeah.
single, yeah.
Taking the main
Yeah,
hit song and putting
the single, the hit. Yep.
So I only bought certain ones,
Okay.
you know. So I had some. I don't remember exactly how many that I bought, but I did. I had some.
I remember one time I had these kids that I went to school with, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I went to private school, so I was telling these little Caucasian kids about the DJing experience and stuff, right? And talk about records. So the guy said, my dad got a lot of records, and we don't play them no more. He said, I'll bring you some. He brought me these 78s, right? I said, okay, I'm gonna take them home and play them, check them out. They were all waltzes, man.
All waltz songs?
Waltzes and stuff like that. And I'm like, man,
do the waltz.
What are we gonna do with this, man?
Oh,
You know what I mean?
Oh man.
I was like, he said, did you like those records? I said, man, we don't dance the waltz, man. You know? I said, but I'll figure out something with them. You know what I mean?
At that time, was sampling?
Nah.
Was even thought of?
Nah.
It wasn't even thought of,
man,
right?
Man, I might have been 12.
Yeah, nobody was sampling.
I might have been 12, man. You know what I mean?
Nobody was sampling. They didn't even think of it yet.
Nobody wasn't even thinking about that. You know what I mean? Hey, look, they were still playing the 20-minute version of Ain't No Stopping Us Now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know?
That was one of my favorites too.
That was his intro song.
Mm-hmm.
That was his intro song.
Yep.
Before he started the show, his show, he would play that song.
Oh, okay.
Because there ain't no stopping us now.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh man. But you know what, TP? Ma always had people to come to our house. She never went to their house to party. She was like, nah, if I'm gonna have company, I'm gonna stay home with the kids. Y'all come here.
That's what my mother was.
We had to stay in the room. All folks out here. That's it. She never left. I'm a party in my own house. Because when it's time to go at the end of the day, y'all gotta leave. We home. We home. So we were just talking about that, how the struggle was real, man. We never had a rent party. We never, we never had without food, but the struggle was real.
Sure
well,
was.
See, you know what? When you live it every day, it's not a struggle. See, today, these kids feel the struggle, I think. I think the struggle got real because of the crack era. You know what I'm saying? When we came up, I'm sure we struggled. My family struggled. I'm sure they struggled. But we didn't feel the struggle. You know what I'm saying? I didn't see the struggle because you know what? We still got the same phone number today. You know what I mean? Even though we no longer have a landline, but it got to a point where the phone company said you can purchase this number forever, for lifetime. Yeah, you know
you can do that.
Yeah. You know they show you the number. It will show you the number.
Oh wow!
So when that option came back in like 2003, or whenever it was, we just purchased the number, but we still had the landline. And then once everybody moved and sold the house and everything else, we still had the landline. So if we ever got a landline somewhere, we had access to use that number.
Wow.
Or we could use it as a phone number for a cell phone. So we always had the same phone number, right? I never recall the lights being turned off. We always had heat.
That's right.
We never moved. You know what I mean? We always ate. So, but when you look at things in hindsight, we ate rice and chicken, and we had a vegetable. You know what I mean? We didn't we didn't eat steak every day.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's right. That's right.
You know, we had rice and chicken and a vegetable. You know what I mean? You know, we had eggs, rice, avocados, and you know, bacon, and you know,
We made a meal.
stuff like that. You know, like we wasn't eating. I mean, oxtails was cheap back then. You know what I'm saying? But when you think about it, an oxtail, a pig feet, a chicken foot, and all that type of stuff was garbage. Chicken wings was garbage, right? And it was cheap. Chicken legs were cheap. That was a struggle, but we ate good. You know what I'm saying? So we didn't know what the struggle was. We never was hungry. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
So
right.
we struggled. We know what the struggle was. It's a different thing today because these kids today, pop culture has shaped and molded them. So they have unrealistic expectations. You know what I mean? They want to live high on the hog and this, that, and the third, and they can't have that stuff. So they spend all their money for the look, and now they're hungry. Now I ain't got no place to live.
Name brand.
So that's why the struggle is real for them. You know what I mean? But we knew how to make it. You know what I mean?
I sure did.
You know?
Sure did.
Think about it. Ain't no matter where you was at, you ain't never moved, right?
That's right.
You lived in the same apartment forever and a day, right? Same sandwich.
30-something years, right? That's how
40-something.
There you go. There you go. There you go.
Because I was 25 when I moved there, and I was like 50 when I left.
There you go. So
And the only reason I left because all the kids was grown and they was begging me. I had 3 bedrooms.
You know they wanted
They wanted me to move. They said we got a family that needs 3. So they sent me down to Manhattan. That's how I got to Manhattan.
Lower East Side.
Yeah. So they low. I still had 2 bedrooms because my daughter was supposed to. His sister was supposed to live with me. But when it was time to move, she showed up on me. She was like, "Mom," her room was very tiny. She was like, "Mom, that room is not big enough for me and Shamel." She was like, "I don't want to live here." I said, "Well, where you gonna live? Where you gonna go?" She went to the shelter. So they didn't bother me to take the 2 bedrooms from me. You know, I told them she left, but I thought they was gonna make me move again, but they didn't.
She wound up staying.
I wound up staying there. So I don't like that moving thing. I don't like all that moving. I like to stay
right where you're at. That's right.
Yeah. I would have been still in the Bronx if they hadn't told me I needed to, you know, if they wanted to take download my bedroom.
They downsize, But look, we make it do what we do, man. You know, and it's nothing when you come from good stock, man.
That's right.
You know, and clearly you come from good stock, man.
That's right.
You know,
thank you. Yep.
Your mother put up with all your mess with that music.
Yeah, man. Yep.
Yeah. I didn't want to run him out in the street.
Yeah.
You know, at least I knew where he was.
And you
scratched
all her records?
He every record. Scratched every record. And all my James Brown, I had every record James Brown made. And
Teddy Pendergrass.
Yeah. I was like, oh my God, this boy done scratched up all my records.
And like you said, TP, it was the sound, man. It was just something about that sound.
Mm-hmm.
So hooking up equipment like the song you like to check when you sound check
Mm-hmm.
was
The Shaka Khan.
Yeah.
he liked Shaka Khan to do a
Mhm.
sound check.
Yeah.
He
I used to
said,
like her too. I had some of her songs.
her song Ain't Nobody. Is it Ain't
Yeah,
Nobody?
ain't nobody, uh-huh.
Ain't Nobody.
Yeah.
He said,
I like that one.
he said, you hear keyboards, you hear percussions, you hear this, you hear that. And he pointed it out to me one day. He said,
Mhm.
Source, you hear that? Now you're going to hear something else. Now you're going to hear something else. Now
Mhm.
you're going to hear something else. And he just, every time a new sound came up, I never paid attention to it, but he heard every new sound that
Mhm.
came in that song. And he said, you need a song like that to sound check, to level out your speakers for your tweeters and your bass,
That's
your
right.
treble and everything. So yeah,
I'm-
he's been a great help. to me.
I'm a music nerd, you know, because I was professionally trained in music. You know, my father kept me out of the streets. At least he thought he did, because he kept me busy with things. So I was professionally trained in music. You know, whatever was happening, he presented me. When I wanted to DJ, he brought me DJ equipment. I wanted to be a musician. I started out with drums, went to keyboards, organs, you know, guitars. I can play a little bit of everything.
Oh, okay.
You know, so in fact, my music instructor was somebody that was very famous, and I didn't know he was I didn't even know he was famous until years later. James Ntume was my first music teacher. You know who James Ntume is, right?
Yeah, that's the one that made not Juicy, right?
Juicy Fruit.
Juicy.
He made Juicy
Really?
Fruit, and he was the music director for New York Undercover and all
Yes,
those different
yep.
black TV shows and stuff like that. So
I used to like that song too, Juicy Fruit.
so I was a little kid, and he taught me how to play the synthesizer. You know, because I didn't know what a synthesizer was. It was something new on the market, you know, and it made all these different sounds and whatnot. He taught me how to play the synthesizer.
Wow.
You know, it was the new thing, and it's been too many. Yeah, you know. So, and I got that ear from him. You know, he taught me to play that song.
That's great.
And he said, "Listen to this song." You know, he said, "You hear that?" And at first I couldn't hear it. He said, "Because you're not listening." And he said, "When you listen to music, if there's a bell that goes ding, you should hear it. And if you can't hear it, it's because your sound system is in tune properly." Every sound that's in that song, every instrument, you should hear it. So he trained my ear to that song to hear everything. So whenever we do a show somewhere with live musicians or anything, that's the song we play. And I don't care who's going to play, what's going to play. If that song plays and I can hear every song, every sound, then everything's going. I ain't worried about nothing else. I heard everything out of that song. The sound system's ready to go.
That's
20
great.
minutes more. I remember back then, TP, when I used to do Bronx Community College, when I was DJing there, I had to invite the whole block, man, just to help me with the equipment. You know how, shout out to Parkway. Parkway Cabs was back out then. I had to get a van and invite the whole block that to help carry that. That's part of the crate carry. That's why I had Monty and Vader and Chicken and all of them help. Charles Porter, Davina, everybody was helping when I was doing these parties because Elmo, they all wanted to get in free, of course.
Right.
So I had to let the whole block in. I had so many crates of records I didn't know because every record I bought was a double. I had two of every record. I didn't want to have just one record. I had 2 of every record and an album.
Yeah.
So whatever the album was, like you said, I bought songs
Mm-hmm.
from singles from off the album. So I
Right.
had 2 of everything
Mm-hmm.
because I wanted to make something out of the record.
Right.
You know, I wanted to. That's where the scratching came in. So I had 2. That's why I had 2 of every record.
But just imagine if you had to purchase those
Today.
records today.
Today,
Mm-hmm.
wow,
Yep.
you would definitely need a U-Haul truck. You
Mhm.
have to.
Mm-hmm.
You have
Mhm.
to. You have to. Or thank God for the enclosed trailers now.
Mm-hmm.
The hitch.
Mm-hmm.
You would, and I'm still looking for one. But yeah, you need that.
Oh yeah.
You need that, man.
You would go broke on records.
Yes.
And you know, and let me tell you, vinyl's coming back.
It is. I don't think that they try to obsolete it though, but
Yeah.
it was impossible.
Well,
It's impossible to obsolete vinyl.
yeah, vinyl's
It
coming
was-
back.
They
Vinyl's coming
probably
back.
cost you more now.
Yeah, it's probably
Yeah, they're not $3 no more like
No.
it was then
No.
for an album,
no.
and $150 for a single because it was a side A and a side B.
Yeah.
Vinyl's coming back. Vinyl is coming back. I see a lot of the ads. The traditional record shops are popping back up
Mm-hmm.
because of the nostalgia of it all. But it's coming back. You know.
There's a record shop still as we speak. Is in the village.
Mm-hmm.
Is on 7th Street or 8th Street and between First Avenue. I mean, in Avenue A. And I believe First. It's a go downstairs shop. It's one of those.
I
Yeah.
think that's where Daryl goes.
Oh, yeah?
Daryl still buys vinyl.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it gotta
and-
be there.
And it's one over there by Bleecker Street too.
Oh,
There's one over on Bleecker Street.
Bleecker Street.
It's one over on Bleecker Street
Yeah, I forgot
because
about it.
I saw a paid ad on Facebook not long ago where they was promoting that I think they just opened back up,
Mhm.
you know, and I think it's in the same location where downstairs was at. We used to go downstairs on Bleecker Street, the record shop. I think it's in that
Uh-huh.
same location
Oh,
where
okay.
they're buying and selling, you know. So people selling their old records to them, you know.
Mhm.
And you remember over on 20 what was that? On 28th Street off Madison Avenue at that hotel. Once a month they used to have that like a little swap meet, little flea market with nothing but records in there, you know, and all the producers used to go there. Q-Tip, everybody used to go there.
On
Right.
28th
It
Street.
was right across from Madison Avenue Park.
I remember the part. I
It was-
remember
it
the
was-
part.
It was,
Yeah.
it was a hotel there, and like once a month they would
Mhm.
have a flea market in a hotel that was over there,
Mhm.
you know, and be like records for days, and they would sell records for dirt cheap. And people just go in there just buy whole crates of records because that's when sampling was huge, and they would just go in there just buy stuff so they can go home and play them,
Mhm.
see what they can sample. You know what I mean? So it's coming back.
Wow.
It's coming
Yeah.
back.
That's good. That's good, man.
It's coming back.
I'm glad they made it digital. Analog wasn't going to stay forever. I knew.
Mm-hmm.
But because they was able to put music in a laptop now,
Mhm.
that's all those crates. They zip dropped it. They compressed it into going into a laptop.
Oh,
So now every time you see me with a laptop, that's
Mhm.
my music, everything,
right.
you know.
Mhm.
But that's what messed up some of the guys. No disrespect to the guys that's DJ, but
Mhm.
because you see a guy with a laptop, don't make him a DJ.
Right.
People think, oh, I got a laptop, I could DJ. You can't. If you wasn't in the era when we didn't have a laptop and it was just about the ear, there's no way you're gonna understand where I'm coming from.
That's right, because nowadays they can look at their laptop and they can
And see the part coming.
hit a program and say, I'm playing a record that's 128 beats per minute,
Mm-hmm.
and they can hit a button and out of everything that's 128 beats a minute will pop up.
It'll pop up. That's
and,
right.
And then they can just play the next record. And if the people on the floor dancing to 128 beats a minute,
They'll keep the match up.
they can match it up. That ain't DJing.
Nah.
You know what I mean? That's that's too much help.
It is.
You know?
It is. It is. I had to be aware of the part that was coming. And I had to know that part was coming. You know. And it just sharpened me because most were there. The part when it did come, it was 3 seconds. It was the party last but that much, that part. So now it was hand skills now because you had to catch it and bring it back. You had to bring it back. You had to bring it back just to keep the flow going. You know, so that's why I always practice with old school. You have to because it keeps you sharp. It keeps me sharp. It keeps me sharp.
Hey, look, I got a new hustle. You know what my new hustle is?
What's that?
I'm about to run an ad that I'm buying jars of pennies by weight. Yeah, by weight. You know why?
Why?
People have been collecting their pennies for years.
Right.
Right? They just throw them in the jar. Throw them in the jar. Right? And the value of coins go up. You have pennies that's been in jars for 20 years.
Don't even talk about don't even talk about pennies.
All right? And I'm gonna tell you, I'm dropping this video to everybody. All the people I know, do not take your pennies and put them in those machines and get that money for them pennies.
The coin.
Yeah. Don't. If you had
they
your
charge
pennies,
you a percentage off of that.
yeah, they do charge a percentage, but that's not even the problem. The problem is you got pennies in there that's worth $100. One penny that's worth $100 in that jar. Yes.
You mean the wheat pennies?
Yep. You got pennies that's in that jar that you done been collecting for 20 years. That's probably 40 years old or 50 years old. That's in your jar that you've been collecting pennies for 20 years.
Original copper.
That's in there that you need to dump those pennies out, right? There's actually an app you can download and scan that penny, and it'll tell you what that penny's worth.
That's crazy.
You want to hear why I say don't talk about pennies?
Why?
There you go.
I just moved here to my other son, with my other son. They made me leave 3 5-gallon of pennies full in that apartment.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
3
Couldn't
5-gallon.
move it. It was too.
You made somebody's day.
I was saving before they was born. I was saving pennies.
You Lord have mercy.
Look at that.
I had change. I had silver. I had quarters in there.
Lord have mercy.
But
Look,
I dumped the quarters out.
but guess what? I'm gonna tell you what happened. The maintenance man is so happy.
I made somebody happy.
The maintenance man is so happy because that's who got it. That's who got it.
My other son.
That's why they didn't want to get a key back for us to go back and get it.
My other son calculated it. He said it was over $2,000.
More than that.
It was more than that. It was more than that.
Because
It was more than that.
I've been telling people, see, you know what? Unfortunately, we don't do the research because people don't tell us. Like I just dropped a ditty.
Right.
So a lot of people that's listening to our show, watching our show, they're gonna go home and say, it's an app. They're gonna look at that
Mhm.
water jar.
I was so hurt.
They're gonna download that app. This is gonna be time consuming, but I'm gonna dump out a little bit at a time. You know what I mean? And not only that, it'll tell you who will buy those pennies from you. You know what I mean? Because those people that put those machines out, those machines are so sophisticated. They scan those pennies as they go through, and they separate them inside those machines.
Oh,
So the machine, the pennies that are worth more money go on another section of the machine versus the pennies that's worth a penny.
Right.
You know what I mean? So a friend of mine pulled my coat to this, right? And he was buying the jars by weight. And he was telling people copper sell for X amount of dollars per pound. So he's paying you per pound for your copper. This is what the market says it is per pound. I'll pay you for it. People say, okay.
Wow.
So I got 100 pounds of copper in this jar. You can give me 100 pounds for this? You gonna pay me for 100 pounds? Yeah. So he go, dump them out, he scan them. This one is worth $2. This one is worth $1. This one's worth $5. This one's $10. He separated them all. So now that he done separated them all, right? Now he might have paid a few $100s, you know, or whatever it was, for
the weight.
For the weight. He done made thousands of dollars on the pennies.
Wow.
Thousands.
That's crazy.
Because you think how long it took somebody to fill that up with pennies.
He 20 years.
He
so
had
imagine.
He had pennies in there that was worth $100.
That's a couple of hundred that he had made back off
because not only that, because the pennies were in there so long, they were in damn near perfect condition.
Damn.
You know, like those weak pennies and stuff like that. They may have went in there in damn near perfect condition, and they just sat there. They just dirty. They just sat there.
And they go weak.
Yeah, they got like the weak ring around them. So once it,
I had some.
The one with the leaf on it?
Yeah.
I had some. I had some.
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
Oh, yeah. So you know what? Why do you think they were saying about the coin shortage, the this, the that? It really is a coin shortage. It really was. You know? But the main coin shortage was pennies. You know? But that's where the hidden treasure is. You want to know what the hidden treasure is? It's in everybody's bedroom. In them damn water jars. You know what I mean? And you gave away tons of money.
Oh, shoot.
Not to rub it in, tons of money.
So hurt. You don't know how hurt I was to leave those pennies.
Yeah, because you didn't know, and you know what? Your son didn't know, and he figured, it can't be worth that much. This is a couple $100. We're gonna leave it. You know what I mean? No. It's not the penny. It's what the penny's worth. You know, we thinking it's just worth a penny. No.
Oh, man.
No.
They were so heavy though you couldn't move them.
Because we needed a hand truck. It was so heavy.
Sauce, we got hand trucks right in here, man. You know, we got hand trucks right in here.
But Mom moved from
Manhattan.
Ain't nothing to it. Ain't nothing to it. Man, I wish you'd let me know. We wouldn't got them, man. You know, we would have went and got them, man. If I'd have knew then and I told you that story, y'all still be home scanning them pennies. Everybody but download the app, scanning them pennies, separating them jokers. The ones that's worth a penny, take them to the bank. Get your money. The ones that ain't,
that'd be the new fake copper pennies.
The coin collector get those, you know, and they buying them up. You know what I mean? And you'd be surprised how many nickels you got.
Wow.
Like for instance, we you know, when we was doing our thing with the music, we had you know a clothing designer dude. He would make our clothes and stuff like that, so we can look good and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
I had the guy made me a leather shirt, right? And it was just a regular looking shirt, leather shirt, red shirt, right? He used buffalo nickels for the buttons. You know, I still got the shirt in the house.
Buffalo nickels.
The buffalo nickels.
The ones that look like the Levi butterfly buttons, like
they silver buffalo nickels.
I have some of those too.
Mm-hmm. And I couldn't understand why they paid so much money for this shirt. You know, like we were doing the music thing,
mm-hmm.
and they said this shirt cost so much money. I'm like, I don't need that shirt. But they wanted me to have this shirt, to wear the shirt for this event they was going to. So, all right. I saw the price of the shirt. I said, man, they price gouged. But when I got the shirt, I looked at the shirt, I looked at the buttons. I said, hey, these fake buffalo nickels and whatnot. Dude said, no, those are real buffalo nickels. You know what I mean? And they kind of they did something to kind of contour them a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And whatever, but they were real buffalo nickels. I still got the shirt at the house, man.
Wow.
You know what I mean? There's a lot of money in coins, man.
Remember the dimes with the woman head on it?
Mm-hmm.
I have a couple of those too.
Mm-hmm. Coins.
Yeah, dimes with women hit with
Yes.
They're dimes. They're old dimes.
Yeah.
And they have a woman's head on it.
Yes.
I never knew that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Sure enough. And you know what? If you got dollar bills that says silver note,
Yeah.
you know,
I think I have two of those.
that say
Or
silver
three.
note.
I don't know if they're worth anything or not. But
If you got anything that says silver note on it, it's worth something.
Mm.
Yes.
mm.
So you know what?
You never know.
That's the nerd quality.
That's the nerd side of it.
Yeah. Well, you gotta pay attention to these things, man. You know what I mean?
You're right.
But you know,
What do you have to say to your son to have you lead them coin? Troy, Jeffrey Troy, are you listening?
He better be listening.
hey, listen. Hey, he just gave away his inheritance. Let him know he brought him out the will. He just gave away his inheritance. He gave away inheritance.
Oh man.
You know, because you know what they say, one man's misfortune is another man's fortune.
Yeah.
Because he was lazy and didn't want to carry those coins.
Oh,
He didn't want the burden of it. He threw it away.
3 water jugs.
Yeah, you'd be surprised. But I know he's thinking about it right now, saying, "Kiss Maggie's ass. Did I do that?"
Because she just said he counted. He said, "Wait a minute. How many pennies can fill up a 5 gallon? 4,300 or for what was
I
it?"
forgot, but he said one of them was over $1,000.
Yeah. Listen, like I said, you do the weight. I'm telling you, the people out here buying, they're soliciting to buy your coins by the weight. You know, and they saying you separate. They tell you don't go to Coinstar. Separate your coins. We'll buy them by the weight. Separate your coins. And they really want the pennies. They don't care about the nickels and quarters and dimes. They want the pennies because there's going to be more pennies than anything else. And because the nickels and dimes and quarters, they're going to be newer. You know what I mean?
Right.
But the pennies are going to be the old ones. You're going to have the oldest pennies. You know, oldest coins are going to be the pennies. And that's where the money's at. In the pennies. You know, in the pennies. And it's tedious work. Nobody wants to do it. You know? But you think about it. Think about it. You know, how many people take them coins and throw them in that jar? You know, because in most cases, that's the only way we save money.
Yeah, the pennies.
How many people can save $1,000 a year? Let's be realistic. We all got jobs. right?
Mhm.
That means we're just over broke. That's it. By the time we pay our bills and
You said over broke.
just over broke. A job means you're just over broke. You know what I mean? If you can't take 2 vacations a year, not one, and I ain't talking about going down south. If you can't get on a plane and go somewhere twice a year,
Go to another country.
that's right,
Mhm.
you broke. You can't save no money. You can't save no money. And I'm gonna raise my hand.
I'm gonna raise mine too.
I'm gonna raise my hand. I'm just over broke. I'm just over broke.
Oh man.
I live paycheck to paycheck. I hustle hard.
Yeah,
You know how many jobs you got? You know what I mean? I got 2 jobs.
I got 2 jobs.
And DJ.
Yeah.
I got 2 jobs and a DJ.
And the DJ. That's
Right?
right. That's right.
So guess what? I'm broke. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
kid you not. I'm just over broke.
Yeah.
I got a job. You know what I mean? And when I do go away, I've been fortunate enough to get paid to go away twice a year because of the music stuff.
Because
that I do.
right.
You know what I mean?
That's dope.
Because of the music
It
stuff that I
pays
do.
for itself.
It pays for itself. I can't afford to go take 2 vacations a year. I'm just over broke.
You just over.
I'm broke. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So I can't save no money.
It's hard.
It's hard to save money,
It is.
right?
Mhm.
So how do we save money?
Penny.
We save it a penny at a time. And guess what? Most of us hit that lull, right?
Mhm.
And we go get that job, even if it's even if it's the soap powder jar,
Mhm.
the liquid detergent jar,
Mhm.
and we go to that coin store, we dump it in there, and we might have $100, and that's enough to get us to payday, right?
I'm so hurt. I don't even know if I want to save my penny after this.
Hey,
So disgusted.
well, you know what? God's grace is sufficient.
Mhm.
You know what? Because guess what? Go and play the lottery tonight.
Mhm.
You know what? You might hit the big one because God's a redeemer and a restorer.
Yes, he
You
is.
know what? So-
Amen to that.
So, one thing I can say, I don't worry about money. You know what I mean? I know I'm just over broke,
I don't worry about it.
but you
I
know
don't
what?
worry about money.
God has met me at my need
Mhm.
every time. You know,
Amen.
if I wake up every day, I look at all these deer that run around my yard. I look at all them animals that's up here. They ain't got nothing. All they gotta do is get up in the morning,
Mhm.
and God provides for them every day.
That's right. Amen.
If He gonna provide for them, He gonna provide for me.
That's right.
You know what I mean? So I don't worry about it.
I don't worry about money.
I don't worry about it.
If I get it, I get it. If I
Mhm.
don't, I don't.
Yeah. So it'll be all right. You know,
I'm so blessed. I wake up every day in my
Mhm.
right mind.
absolutely.
You know, so
As long as I'm present and accounted for, that's all that matters.
amen. I
You
hear
know.
you.
And see, Sauce, he don't know, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Him and Rudd, I tell him all the time, you guys are the luckiest guys in the world, you know. And they say, why you say that? Because you got your mom and your dad, you know.
Mhm.
See, my parents passed away, right? And I would give anything to have my mother and my father,
My parents passed away too.
you know. So you know what? Outside of that, nothing else matters.
Yeah.
You know, nothing else matters.
Mhm.
You know, because it is what it is. You know, so
That's right.
them guys don't know. They the luckiest man in the world. You know,
Yeah.
and that right, Rudd just tried to buzz me
He
on the
tried
phone.
to come in.
Yeah, he just tried to buzz. I don't know what happened. Yeah, there you go.
So mine used to have the glass water bottle jars. Remember that? You had the glass one at one point.
You mean what I left?
No. In Soundview. Yeah, it broke though. I don't know how it broke. You had a glass
I
one.
still have it. It was
the
one of them was glass,
yeah.
but the other two was the
With the plastic.
was the square plastic. But the
Yeah.
the regular ones, the old ones, that was
Mhm.
glass. But that one in Soundview, I don't know how that thing
It
broke.
was by the radiator. You had it in one spot in the corner by
Mhm.
the radiator.
The heat probably broke it.
Yeah, he probably broke
You know what?
it.
I think you're right because nobody hit it or anything.
It was too heavy. But pennies and the glass chips,
Mhm.
it was too heavy to move.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And that's when you had silver dollars back then.
Mhm.
When coins was actually silver.
Remember the baseball bank that your grandfather gave you?
Mm-hmm.
One of your buddies walked out of the house with it, and it was full of silver dollars.
Get out of here.
Get out of here! You don't remember that?
No,
I don't see how. I don't see why you don't remember.
I don't.
Your grandfather gave you and Jeff. It was for you and Jeff together, and it was full. It was a baseball bank, kind of big too.
How about that?
And it set up. Had a base and full of silver dollars. And some one of your buddies walked out with it.
Mm-mm.
All them people used to have in the room.
I don't remember.
That's
that.
one of your friends, but
One
I
of
know, I know,
I
I know.
remember
We had a family member who had sticky fingers. You know.
one of his friends walked out with it.
Well, look, y'all, it's about that time.
Already?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about
Oh.
2:00, man.
Oh
So
man, TP,
the
man.
time flies when you're having fun.
Yeah.
You know, we sit here
Sure does.
just chopping it up here.
Yeah, man.
You know.
I like to
I
think.
really enjoyed my stay.
I enjoyed it
I'm
too.
glad I came in. I was hesitating, procrastinating for over a year. He
But you're here
kept on
now.
trying to get me to come in.
Yeah, I wanted her to tell y'all, the story, a couple stories about me, man. And thank you, Rod, for even taking me in, man. Being
Oh,
part
man.
of the family. And
We ain't nothing but family here, man.
it means a whole lot to me, man.
Mhm.
Thank you so much, man. My mom is so proud of me.
Yeah,
And,
definitely.
thanks to you guys. So,
Without a doubt.
but,
Any parting words for you?
anything you want to say, Mom, before we get out of here?
Thank you for having my son. Thank you for taking him in your family.
All right.
know.
Okay, y'all.
Appreciate you, man.
We're gonna get up on out of here.
This has been a Genesis radio experience today.
Yes, it has.
Very experienced today, Mom. Mom, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you. I really appreciate you. I love you.
Thank you for
I love
having
you.
me.
Thank you, man. And thank you guys for having a TP.
Yeah.
Thank you, man.
Mhm.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt.
Yes, sir.
It was a great experience, and we're gonna catch up with y'all on the next one.
Yes, sir. All right. See you next Saturday here. The TP Square Show, DJ Hot Sauce Show. Hey, I don't know. Just live, eat right, y'all. We losing a lot of people today, man. Just do the right thing.